Hey guys, what's going on? So, in the last video, let me just go ahead and move this box out of the way. In the last video, we went over, how to set up, these four cells and to add in your time frames. So, for this video, we're gonna basically go over, this icon up here, called style, which will go over the whole appearance of all these charts. So come up here, click on style, and click on settings. Alright, to start off, we'll go to general. And what you need to do is, if you want yours to look exactly like mine, just, change it. Obviously, change the time zone that you're in, but, make sure all these are the same. If you want to do something different, you can tweak it however you want. So this is how I have mine set up, just in general settings. Now I'm going to go right here to price. Again, if you want to, set it up initially like this, and then change it later, that's completely fine. Because in the end, you will be the one trading on your own, and you need to figure out what works best for you, what you understand. So the next one, click on time, which we had already done that, but one thing I wanted to show you here is the expansion area. So if you change this, you can change it to whatever you want. I like to keep mine on 100, and basically what that does is it puts this space out past your chart. It just makes it a little bit easier, in my opinion, to kind of see what's going on. I mean, it's pretty much just a psychological thing for me, but that helps me out. If that's something that you don't want to do, you can just keep it at 0, or you can make it you can put it up to 500. That's a little bit extreme. 500 would look like, click apply, okay. And it looks like this. It just puts a lot of extra space in there. So I'm gonna go back and change that. Okay. And if there's anything that you need to change or you have changed, just always remember to once you make your changes, click apply, and then if if that was it, just click OK and you're done, and everything should be added in correctly. So we already did favorite times. Now appearance. Now for these candlesticks, most people tend to use candlesticks, but some other people, they'll use these other indicators. And honestly, with me, I mean, it might be because I've always just looked at candlesticks. Candlesticks make sense for me. So if you like the candlesticks, click on candle, and some of your options, they may not be filled here. So what it would look like is, if these weren't filled up, it would look like that, which to me that just looks sloppy. So I like to have them filled up, and definitely showing the wicks, that matters, because if you don't have the wicks shown, you can't really see the the fluctuation in the price. And I'll explain all that later with the candlesticks, and what different candlesticks means, and the wicks and what they mean. So make sure the wicks are being shown to show the difference in the price during that time period. And let's see. equities, options, all this other stuff. I'm not sure if you guys trade it or not. It's not something that I trade, so that these things right here will just be something that if you trade it, you'll have to play around with on your own time. But so if you made any changes, go down here, click apply, and then click OK. So at this point, your charts should, if you set it up the way that I have mine, it should look exactly like this. If it doesn't, contact me, let me know, and I will try my best to help you out. I usually have a lot of people contact me on various platforms or just in general. And once I can get to you, I will do my best to help you out. If you need some more clarification on something else, if I went a little bit too fast, more not in depth on something, just let me know. Also, in future videos, I'm gonna break down other things. We're not completely done with this whole setup yet. So that was just one little section. Again, I just want to keep some of these videos relatively short, and so that way, if you have something to do, you can just watch a video, set it up, and come back to it later. But make sure if you haven't saved it, which I can go ahead and show you how to save it. I'll show you guys later as well. But to save a chart, you'll just come up here, click on the little box, and you just click save grid as. Click on that, and whatever you want to name it, just type it in and click save. So that's how you would save it, and then you'll just go back in later and then make updates and then save it again. So that's the end of this video. The next video I will be going over the studies and adding those all in. Thank you, and see you then.